So you're now adding the oyster meat already cooked with salt and turmeric and the water too. And to that you are adding the coarsely ground coconut, green chilies and black pepper. The main ingredient being coconut, you have added nearly half a coconut into this. We have already cooked the oyster meat with salt, but we are adding an extra bit into it. Oyster meat as such, it has a little salt in it, so there's no need to add much salt, but depending on your taste you can add the salt. You had already ground coconut, green chilies and black pepper together and added into that, but you can add an extra bit, maybe a half a teaspoon of pepper powder, depending on your taste buds. Whether you want it hot or not, you add a little more pepper powder to add to the taste. You have to wait till the water dries up and everything becomes mixed together and smelling lovely. A lot of curry leaves go into this. All the Kerala style cooking recipes, you have lots of curry leaves into it. You have added, she has added a lot of ginger, curry leaves into it. It adds to your digestive process. It's really smelling nice. Once this is dried up, you have to salt some mustard in some coconut oil, put some more curry leaves into it, and dried chilies, red chilies, and this enhances the flavor. This goes well, very well with rice, boiled rice exactly. The recipe as such has been handed down over generations. She has learned it from her mom. She says that her mom was a very good cook. Even her grandma was a very good cook. And I'm sure this will taste as good as it smells. Once it has dried up, you add a little coconut oil into a pan, put some mustard seeds and dried red chilies, and wait till the mustard seeds crackle. Let's wait for that. It's popping up. The mustard seeds are crackling well, and it's a lovely smell coming with the dried red chilies and green curry leaves. The smell is good. You add the crackled mustard seeds, green curry leaves and red chili, dried red chilies, and it's ready. You can eat it with rice, of course, but it goes well with the chapatis, and you can give it to children when they come back from school in the form of sandwich. Maybe you can reduce the pepper in it so that they don't find it too hot. You consider the nutrition part of oyster meat is very good. It develops immunity. There is a lot of vitamins and minerals in it, and it's good for children. So now we'll serve it into a serving dish. This can serve nearly 7 to 8 people. It's soft, chewy. This is cooked based on a Kerala recipe, but depending on your taste, you can change the ingredients a little bit. Maybe the pepper, you can add a little less pepper. Instead of the coconut oil, you can add any other refined oil. But the main ingredients, they should remain the same. The coconut and the shallots and all the spices. It's very tasty. You can try it out at home. It's easily available. All the ingredients are easily available in the market. Everything, and even the oyster meat, it will be ready in the supermarkets in the near future. Okay, so now we'll look into the recipe of curry with gravy, oyster meat in coconut milk. It's called Muringa Irachi Tenga Palu Curry. Oyster meat is readily available in the market. It's in this form. You have to cook it in the pressure cooker, putting some salt and turmeric in it. Put on the wait for 2 whistles, and it is done. There's no need to add water into it. It looks like this. You can use any oil. It need not be coconut oil as such. You can use any oil, refined oil, sunflower oil, anything. You put crushed ginger, crushed garlic. Then you have the slice, cut into small pieces. You have the big onions. Then you have green chilies, coriander powder, turmeric, chili powder, pepper powder, and allspices. You need not add allspices, depending on the taste. Then you have the tomatoes, then the mustards, then the dried red chilies, and of course the curry leaves. And finally you can add the coriander leaves, sort of garnish. In the end you have to add the coconut milk also into it. I think we'll go into the cooking part. All the traditional recipes of Kerala, we use coconut oil. She has added 3 tablespoons of coconut oil into the thick bottom pan and wait till it gets slightly warm. Crushed ginger 1 tablespoon, crushed garlic 1 teaspoon, and salt. You have put crushed ginger and crushed garlic into coconut oil. Here we are using coconut oil here, and salt. About 2 big onions sliced into small pieces, and salt till it brown color. Wait till it changes into slight brown. You have added the onions, big onions cut into very small pieces, so that the gravy as such gets a thick consistency. You wait till it turns slightly brown. Just change the pink color and slightly colorless, and it has to turn brown, slightly brown. We have added a little bit of salt so that it turns into brown quite quickly. Even though the oyster meat is cooked with salt, we are adding a little more salt into it so that it turns brown easily.
The oyster
Oyster meat as such has a bit salt in it, so we need not add much salt, but depending on the taste of whatever taste you have, you can add more salt if you want. So the big onions have just turned into light brown, and we are going to add the tomato cut into small pieces. This recipe, we are cooking it in the coconut milk, so it will definitely be very tasty. It has that extra tinge. It adds it, it enhances the taste of the curry. We are adding the Kashmiri chili powder so that it is not very hot, but it has that extra color, so you can add 2 or 3 teaspoons. It's not that pungent. Coriander powder 1 teaspoon. Turmeric. We have already put the turmeric in oyster meat and cooked. Just a half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. Some curry leaves. 2 green chilies sliced. It need not get cooked too much because it loses its flavor. Once it is overcooked, it loses its flavor. If you want, you can add a little more oil. You can add a little more oil too, so that you lose the tangy sort of flavor for the curry powders.